Buenas noches. Voy a hacer una entrevista. ¿Quién han sido los modelos rol en su vida más importantes?
Pues siempre ha sido pues mi papá. Siempre fue mi ejemplo a seguir.
¿Y qué características consideraría que admira más de él?
Pues que siempre fue muy trabajador, respetuoso de todas las personas, una persona líder porque siempre nos daba buenos consejos para cualquier situación por la que pasáramos.
¿Y qué aprendiste de él sobre cómo debe ser un hombre o una mujer en tu caso?
Pues a ser una persona muy respetuosa, siempre cuidando a su familia y también respetando a todas las personas y una persona con muchos valores.
Okay. ¿Crees que la violencia es algo natural o es algo que se aprende? Y si se aprende, ¿cómo lo aprendemos?
Pues yo creo que se puede aprender por medio de su ambiente principal, que es la familia. Creo que ahí es la base de donde podría comenzar la violencia.
Y acerca de la empatía también, ¿es algo natural o lo aprendemos?
Yo creo que es natural, es como una conexión que tienes con los sentimientos o pensamientos con otra persona.
Y última pregunta, ¿crees que los hombres y las mujeres deberían ser tener más empatía y ser más afectuosos con las demás personas?
Pues sí, si todos fuéramos más empáticos, es decir, que entendiéramos alguna situación por la que pasa alguna persona y si nosotros pudiéramos ayudarlo de alguna manera, pues esto ayudaría a tener una mejor sociedad y pues ya no habría tanta violencia.
No, eso sería todo, muchas gracias.
Okay, hello, my name is Patricio Somarripa. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions about the diversity of gender, specifically about the role models of your life. The first question is, who has been your male or female role model throughout your life?
My father.
Your father, okay. What characteristics do you admire of your father?
That he's very responsible and that works a lot.
Okay. What did you learn from him about being a woman or man? In your case, a man.
I have learned that I need to be very responsible in life and to be a very respectful man.
Perfect. Do you think violence is natural or it is learned? How do we learn if it's the case?
I think violence is learned because children can sit in the society or inclusively in its family.
Yes. Okay, the next question. What about the empathy? It is natural or it is also learned?
I think empathy is natural because the human being needs to have emotions and care about the other people.
Okay, nice answer. The final question. Do you think men and women should be empathetic and loving? Why?
Yes, I think we need to be empathic and loving because the human beings need love and care.
How are you today?
I'm fine. What about you, my man?
I'm good. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions for our topic. Well, first of all, who has been your male or female role models throughout your life?
Throughout my life, well, obviously my parents, they've been my role models since I've been a kid. It's pretty much natural that they're your role models when you're growing up. It's the only person that you know at first, and they teach you things. They teach you how to behave and all that. They've been my role models, and when I grew up, my role models, they're still my parents, but I also added extra role models like some athletes, most of all.
Okay, and what characteristics do you admire in them?
What I admire in them is, I think the main thing is that they don't quit. They stay in the, like, they, even though they fail, they stay fighting. They stay giving all they had. They won't give up. That's the resilience they show. That's the most important thing.
And what did you learn from them about being a man?
Well, in my case, I learned that a man has to be not necessarily, that man. I learned from them that you can have feelings. You need to show your feelings. You need to open up, but you also need to be strong. In this world, even though it may be wrong, when you're a man, you gotta show toughness. You gotta show that you're really tough sometimes, even though it's wrong. That's how the world works. That's what I learned, to be tough and to also show my feelings with the people I love.
Do you think that violence is natural or is it learned? How do we learn it?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think violence has been within our behavior since we were like maybe, I don't know, like cavemen. I think violence with humans is pretty much natural. I think it's natural. Like, for example, some animals enjoy violence. I think in a lot of the cases it can be natural. I think we learn it just by watching violence. I think when we're kids, we watch the news, we see all those things that happen in the world. I think we learn it.
And what about empathy? Is it natural or is it learned?
Empathy. I think empathy is also pretty much natural. I know it's a hard question, but maybe. No, I'm gonna change my answer. I think it's learned. There are some people that have no empathy at all. That's something you learn from someone. I think it needs to be taught. It's not comes from being a human.
And finally, do you think that men and women should be empathic and loving, and why?
Yes, of course. I think we all should be empathic and loving because we all can be. We can be at the top at one moment and be the best of the best, and then we can be like on the floor asking for help. And I think we should be empathic because you never know when you're going to be in the trash. You're going to be in your worst and your low point. I think we should be empathic and loving.
Okay, well, that's all, and thanks for your time.
You're welcome, man.
As we have seen in our interviews, we can notice that people think violence can be learned throughout life by parents, education, and by school education, also by experiences, therefore creating a different development of what violence means and applies for in life situations. On the other hand, people think that empathy is natural and comes from our thoughts and self-feelings, like an instinct and desire. Therefore, every person has a different empathy level in which they are willing to live and share with others in life and society. Throughout the interview, we also have noticed that gender role constitutes an important part of human development and integration in society, because society is structured in different groups that conform it, and we have to find our own group of union to adopt behaviors and traditions that make us part of a gender role in society. That is why in home, since we were kids, our parents teach us how to behave and what rules to follow according to our sex, in order to achieve a life development that is traditional and seen correct in our society.